Thank you for clicking on this video, and let's enjoy this review because this episode was another fantastic episode. Like always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell notification so you can keep up to date with all my videos. Without further ado, let's crack down with the intro. Episode 23 of Digimon Adventure landed earlier this morning. I've just managed to watch it and I am now currently doing the video review for you guys. And it pretty much continues off last week with Digimon showing up and they're doing their final battle against him. Yes, he's a champion, but because of the dark mist, he is stronger to be able to keep intact and keep up with the two ultimates of Metal Greymon and Garurumon. During this, back in the real world, we have Koshiro and the others still fighting that Karalamon, Squid Digimon, and they all get caught. During all this, back in the digital world, they all hide via debris, via attack, while Digimon attacking, trying to figure out where they want to go, how they're going to defeat Digimon, and how he's going to do that. So next, Takeru just then comes up, Poyomon then digivolves into Tokomon, and that's it. At first, I thought when that was happening, he was going to warp digivolve straight to Angemon again, just to help fight Digimon, but that wasn't the case, and everything like while they were in the midst of despair and everything that they all bound together and started everything with the others going to their ultimate forms to fight in the network and everything like that. Before this all happened, we had Digimon digivolving into Neo Digimon. So that's definitely another curious aspect of this, because we're getting a new Digimon line that I didn't see, because obviously I always suspected Digimon then goes into Myosmon to then go into Venom Myosmon or whatever, but this seems like the next course of action to continue on the similarities of the dark Angemon to correspond with Angemon, because that's what it is. Digimon is pretty much the Skull Greymon of Angemon, and we're just seeing the evolution sequences now for Digimon further. And that was after Dark Knightmon brings out the crystal from the castle and keeps it, because I feel like Dark Knightmon's actually in control here. It's being more permanent. Yes, he seems more robotic, and yes, he might be following an even higher power than Digimon, but it seems like he is actually the one in control here. So once the tankers and everything been saved, thanks to the others in the real world managed to get their Digimon into ultimates. Very nice touch with them actually showing their ultimate Digivolution sequences that we saw when they first Digivolved this time, because obviously they didn't use the whole ultimate Digivolution sequences for Matt and for Yamato and Taichi, for Metal Greymon and Garurumon, because they were still in their ultimate forms in the digital world while fighting Digimon. But that is interesting, and that's pretty much it. They managed to defeat Neo Digimon. They managed to stop the tankers from crashing to the port. They managed to save everybody in the real world, and they managed to stop Neo Digimon in the digital world. So that's pretty much is summing up on this episode. Next week we're going to be getting a somewhat, I'll say, dark, or we might see a virus take over Metal Greymon in next episode, because of how the next episode preview has shown that in a way, and that seems to be a very interesting case as well. One of those very instances where we might not see a Skull Greymon, but we might actually see a virus form of Metal Greymon this time around, instead being the much more evil counterpart, because obviously we know that Metal Greymon is still in, we still know that Agumon is still in Metal Greymon form and everything. So even when something happens to Taichi, or Taichi's going into despair or wanting to make sure he defeats this next Devimon evolution, it really seems to be one of those type of instances. But it really does seem to me that it makes me wonder how they're going to be playing this, because obviously we all know from the original series back in the original series when Etamon first showed up, that they had a Greymon fight Greymon type situation, and Tai forced Ultimate forced a Ultimate Evolution onto Greymon in that episode, and he digivolved into Skull Greymon in that episode when back in the original series. This time around, I'm curious about how they're going to be playing that. Are they just going to make him become infected with a virus, and he becomes or the Dark Mist, Messiah Mist, or whatever, is the virus infecting Taichi or whatever, and it just causes a lot of similarities, because it really does seem that Greymon's going to be going into a crazy frenzy or something like that, because of them battling the next evolution of Devimon after Neo Devimon, the next one after that, and it's just very curious about how that's going to be playing out in episode 24. But other than that, this episode has been a fun episode. Definitely, I love the balance this time around of both in the real world and digital world. Again, they are definitely managing to keep the balances in check in this episode a very lot. And I'm definitely enjoying the fact that both the network side of things and the digital world side of things are linked. So it's very nice to see them to be incorporated in that way as well. So it's very nice to see of what's going to be happening next in this series of Digimon Adventure 2020, and how they're going to play out, and when are we going to see the Megas next, because I know the Megas are going to be a big part probably later on, and hopefully at some point the other chosen children will end up returning back to the digital world as well, because I think that was their plan before the incident with the tankers hit. So hopefully Sora, Mimi, Joe, Koshiro all end up returning back to the digital world so they can all team up. And it's very nice to see that Takeru's Crest of Hope is actually a key for a lot of instances, because obviously we know that Patamon is one of the holy Digimon that they've been searching for, and also turns out to also be the partner of Takeru as well. So I'm loving the aspects of the holy Digimon being a much more prominent part of this as well in this new series as well. And it definitely plays a lot, because probably the creative staff on this new series is definitely using the aspects of the Mega Evolution storyline of the Holy Digimon being the cause of the Mega Evolutions here as well. Because obviously when they were fighting Venom Myotismon in the original series, it continued on going across that way, that you need a holy you needed the holy arrows of 2 angel Digimon or holy Digimon aimed at Tai, and that to get them to activate the Megas. So I wonder if they're going to be they're probably going to take out that aspect, but kept the aspect of the holy Digimon being linked to the evolution with chosen children. And that's a very nice aspect there, I think, as well. Other than that, this episode has had a great animation. I really did like what's been happening, what's been occurring here as well. And it very seems like that they're definitely on track to doing something very interesting here as well. I'm wondering where it's going to go next, like I said earlier before. But other than that, comment down below what you liked and didn't like about this episode. What was your favourite parts of this episode? What were your favourite sections? Just leave me a comment down below what you liked and didn't like about this episode. And I'll see you next time. I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Take Corner, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya. Very great episode again, guys. Like always, you can check out what appears on the screen here. Like all my previous episode reviews and whatnot, you can check them out here and everything and stuff like that. And thank you to all my subscribers so far. I really appreciate that you are sticking around as much as possible and watching these videos as much as possible. I know some of you have subscribed to my channel for mainly the German anime openings reactions, but they are on hiatus, and I'll try and continue those at some point. But please enjoy the other content that appears as well, like this one that you watch. Don't forget, if you're a current subscriber, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to hit that, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, then press the bell notification, and then click all to get up to date with all my videos in the foreseeable future. Other than that, I'd say next time, bye bye for now. See ya.